Leeny DelSeamonds, the 2002 National Storyteller of the Year. Leeny DelSeamonds is recipient of Parents' Choice Gold and Silver Awards, a Storytelling World Winner Award, an iParenting Media Winner Award, and an internationally acclaimed performer. With a face and voice that launched 1,000 characters, today she will demonstrate how third graders will use multicultural stories to expand their knowledge and fluency in English through retelling, role-playing, and acting. Leeny DelSeamonds.
Hola!
Hola!
Hola, buenos dias, good morning. This is a formula tale, which if you're familiar with that genre in folklore, a formula tale has a repetitive component. And that's one of the best ways, I think, for students to learn about sequencing in literature and certainly in stories. So este es un cuento latino sobre la yuca. This is a Latino story about a yuca. A yuca is un vegetal. It's a vegetable that grows in la tierra como una papa. It grows in the ground like a potato, but it's actually kind of gnarly root vegetable that's edible. Hace muchos años long ago, abuelo, which is Spanish for grandfather, decided to plant a yuca en su jardín, in his garden. So you can do this with me. He put it in the ground, and he covered it all over, and he picked the weed, little worm, and gave it a drink of agua, of good little watering can. Here we go. La yuca creció y creció. It grew. And when it was time to pull it out of the ground, la yuca era grandísima. It was huge, gigantic, big. Abuelo, aló y aló. Yuca was too big. Try that with me. Yuca was too big. Abuelo called abuela, grandma, ayúdame por favor, please help. Abuela, grandma was busy cooking la comida. Doing what? Cooking the food, sí. Pero fue al jardín para ayudar, but she went to the garden to help. Abuela pulled abuelo, y abuelo pulled la yuca. Please help me pull. Alaron y alaron. Oh, they pulled and they pulled. Pero la yuca era demasiado grande. Here we go. Yuca was too big. Ratoncito pulled perrito, perrito pulled hermana, hermana pulled hermano, hermano pulled mamá, mamá pulled abuela, abuela pulled abuelo, y abuela pulled la yuca. Good job. Here we go, last time. Alaron y alaron. Oh, they pulled and they pulled. ¿Y por qué trabajaron juntos? Because they worked together. Ellos arrancaron la yuca del jardín. They pulled the yuca right out of the garden. Say ole. One of the things I do always like to make a point at is that even though we come together, it's important to come together with a good mind and a good heart to work together as a community, as a class, as a sporting team. And that when you're picking sides or picking your team, remember that even the smallest and the youngest can make a huge difference. And the point is that don't overlook just because somebody is smaller or younger. Because if everybody works together, obviously it's the two littlest ones that finally made the difference. The bilingual component here, the English speakers are actually learning improving and learning a foreign language because they're really listening hard. And I try to have words that go together in Spanish and English so there's a similarity, it's not so scary. So they're learning it that way. The Spanish-speaking students, however, they are learning English faster because they're identifying with these words in English immediately after their own language in Spanish. Quite often that's the way that I tell for that reason. And they're more connected to the language because they identify it from hearing their own. Just drawing on all the components and fundamentals of storytelling
which of course is language and imagination and vocal variety and articulation and projection and movement and gestures. So I'm going to say a big yay for the power of storytelling, because it is a very important and vital tool to have in all of the schools. So thank you very much. Muchas gracias.